Hello, it has been a while since I've done any live videos, so I'm just going to do one today. I've had a lot of people asking me lately about changing elastics and cloth diapers, so some of you may totally not be interested in this, but for those of you who are, I will try and be quick. This is a pocket diaper that I'm going to be changing out the elastics on. I already did one side. Here's the new side, and here's the not so springy side. It is a pocket diaper, which is easier to do than like an all-in-one style because it's already open in the back. You don't have to open anything up. So I do love pockets. That is just one reason I love them. Another reason I love them is because you can customize the absorbency here. And bear with me, I have to sew with two hands and position the phone and stuff, so I will do my best. So again, here's the side I've already done, and here's the not so springy side. So for a pocket diaper, you just go in through the pocket. If you're sewing an all-in-one type diaper, do not cut through the fabric, especially don't cut through the outer fabric because that is what keeps your diaper waterproof. So for an all-in-one style like an elemental or a free time, you're going to use your seam ripper and just open up this top seam. You don't have to open the whole thing, just enough so that you can get like your hand in there comfortably and gain access. So since this is a pocket, I don't have to do that. I just reach in the back, and it's very handy. You can see the elastic is sewn in here. And so what I do is I just take my scissors or my seam ripper or whatever, and I start kind of working the elastic out a little bit just so that I can grab it. So pull it out a little bit, and then I cut this right here. So now that elastic is free, and it's still inside though, totally inside the channel. I've just pulled it out. So then you take your new elastic, and this is just 1/4 inch braided elastic. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, or I usually get mine at Joann's. It's like 99 cents a yard, and if you have a coupon, then it's even cheaper. So I overlap them like so, and I take my safety pin, and that's not good positioning with that light right there. I just pin them together like that. So you've got your old and your new together. Then you're going to take the head of the safety pin, and you kind of stuff it into the channel like that. So it's already got a head start. Then you reach inside. So you're almost turning it inside out, but you don't have to do it all the way. So here's the other end. And sometimes these little channels are sewn shut, and so you need your seam ripper to get that open. But this one, thankfully, is not. This is like a super fast and easy one to change. So you can see the little elastic tab there, and I'm just going to use my scissors to pull that out. There we go. And then you just, I usually stick my hand inside, and you can see the elastic is already coming through. There we go. You just pull. So I'm pulling inside the diaper, and you can kind of see the safety pin right here. And if like your old elastic breaks, you can still feed it through using the safety pin. You just have to kind of push the fabric and then pull. So all hope is not lost if you have a safety pin in your leg channel. So there we go. Here's this safety pin coming out. So here's the old elastic, and the new is still connected right here. So then you cut right there. There we go. Some fuzz. And then take off your old elastic. And you are done with your safety pin, but you need some straight pins. Or actually, I was introduced to these recently. They're called super clips, and I don't love them. They're okay, but they're just like these little clips that you can use. They hold pretty tight, but I've had a hard time getting close enough with my machine to sew with them, so I'm not totally sold on this. Anyways, so you do need a straight pin. And so you have your little elastic piece sticking out here. And I grab it from the outside. It's really hard to position this. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. Let's see here. Okay, so I am holding it with both of my hands and pull it through a little bit, and you can see I'm holding it tight from this side. So thumb on the inside like this, and then finger on the outside. So you're just kind of holding it and pinch through here, and you can see the elastic through there, and you should be able to feel it. And then you just pin it in place. And I have broken, I don't know how many sewing machine needles on this. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But so this side is secured, and you can see it's really loose because I haven't done the other side. So then you're just gonna pull your little elastic tail here, and some people like pre-cut their elastic, but I don't, because diapers are different, and one measurement for one might not work for another, and so I just like to kind of pull it until I've decided it's tight enough. For, you know, because some babies have real skinny legs and some have not so skinny legs, and so you just kind of get it to your desired level of tightness. I think that's good. Yeah, looks good. And you can feel it through there. So sometimes I will cut it and then pin it in place, but it's sometimes easier to just pin it first and then cut it. So again, you can see the seam of the channel, and you can feel where the elastic is. So you're going to make sure that you pin through your elastic like so, and you can let go and it's still tight, so you know that the pin is holding it. And then on the inside, you still have your little tail here, so I usually leave about 1/2 inch and cut that off. So here's the setup. You can see the pins on either side. So now I'm going to sew, and this might be kind of hard to see because of the light on my sewing machine and the angle and everything, so I will do my best. Thank you for bearing with me. You can kind of see. Here we go. All right. Let's see here. I wish I had a third arm. Seriously, not just for sewing. I mean, for parenting or life in general would be great. So I just use a regular presser foot. And what I like to do, what I usually try to do, because I've broken so many needles on this, is I stick it in here like so, and then I do what's called burying the needle. So I just put the needle down, and you can feel it is kind of difficult to go through because it's going through so many layers. So I might do a couple stitches, and then I like to take the pin out, so I'm not running over the pin a million times, because that's what breaks needles on my sewing machine. So let me turn this around, and so you can see where I am. I took the pin out, And so you just, let me see, this is a hard angle to sew, or hard thing to do with only one hand. So you can see here, I'm trying to get it positioned. Next time I'll have David help me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I'm just gonna sew back and forth here. I usually do like 3 times. There we go. And so, there you have it. And I'm using gray thread, which, whatever color your diaper is, like the outer shell, you put that in your bobbin and then do white for your top thread. Because you are sewing on the white part, and so that is what will show up on that side, and then whatever's in the bobbin shows up on this side. And I was sewing a gray diaper last, and I just didn't change the thread. So I'm going to, I will sew the other side when I'm done here, but you get the idea. So then when we're done with the elastics, you can also do the waist in the same way. This one is still good, so I don't need to change that out. If it's a pocket, then you're done. If it's like the all-in-one style, like the elemental or free time, then you need to sew this top seam shut. And I usually use a couple pins just to hold it in place. Not too many though. You usually don't need too many. So yeah, so it's really easy to change that out. The more you do it, you get more practice and it gets easier. Some diapers are harder than others. So give it a try. If you have any questions, let me know. If you don't sew, or you don't want to spend the time on it, which it can be time consuming if you have a lot, you can send them to me and I would be happy to fix them for you through my Etsy store. So that is how to change the elastics on a cloth diaper. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.